Okay. Now, the first method is northwest corner rule method. Okay. Now look at here. This is something called no. This is something called west side. Okay. This is something called east side. This is the north side, and this is the south side. So northwest means this part is called northwest. So northwest corner rule method. Here there is no mathematical calculation. There is no mathematical logic. Nothing is involved. It's like a FIFO method, first in, first out kind of problem, where we are giving allocation to the northwest side. That means the left extreme, we are giving allocation. There is no mathematical logic. There is no logic. Nothing is there. It's like a FIFO method. That is the specialty of northwest corner rule. Now, the first northwest corner rule is, this is the one, this is the first cell, left side upper part. This is the northwest. Now, look at here. The total demand from Dubai, it is 7,000. This is the total demand from Dubai. That means the Dubai people require 7,000 units, and which is transporting from Madura. And the Madura, we have a capacity to supply 5,000 units. Okay. Now, Madura people will be having a capacity to serve only 5,000 units, but the Dubai people is asking how many units? 7,000 units. Okay. So their question, they are asking for 7,000 units, and we have only a capacity to 5,000 units. So tell me, my dear friends, how many units we will be able to serve? We have a capacity of only 5,000 units, but their requirement is more than 5,000. But unfortunately, Madura does not have enough items, so we will be able to serve only the items which we have. What is item which we have? We have only 5,000 units, so we will be able to serve only 5,000 units. So there is a simple technique for computing this. So the first item is, we have given the 5,000 is our availability, and 7,000 is their requirement. Now look at the two figure. One of the figure is 7,000, the other figure is 5,000. Now which is minimum? Which is minimum? Whether 5,000 is the minimum or 7,000 is the minimum? The minimum value, which is 5,000. So whichever is the minimum value which we have given the allocation. So the requirement in Dubai, the requirement in Dubai, which is 7,000, but the availability in Madura only 5,000. So we will be able to serve only 5,000, because the maximum availability at Madura is 5,000, but the requirement in Dubai is 7,000. Now, my dear friends, all the available items in Madura, which is getting exhausted, because all the 5,000 units are transported into Dubai. So Dubai requires 7,000 units, 5,000 which we have given, and how many pending units still there to Dubai. So they require 7,000 units. So how many pending units which are there? Still there is a pending units of 2,000. So 7,000 minus 5,000, the requirement in Dubai, which is 2,000. And what happened in Madura? All the 5,000 which we have given, 5,000 which we completely given. So 5,000 minus 5,000, the balance of supply in Madura is zero, because all the available 5,000 units are given to where? Dubai. So this 5,000 is gone to here. So 5,000 minus 5,000, the supply side of Madura, which becomes zero. And the Dubai, they are having a requirement of 7,000. From the 7,000 requirement, they got 5,000 units from Madura. Still Dubai has to get 2,000 units. Still Dubai has to get 2,000 units. So 7,000 minus 5,000, this is 2,000. 5,000 minus 5,000, which is zero. So this is the scenario right now. And now look at here, the Madura is getting exhausted. So you cannot transport any items from Madura to New York. You cannot transport any item from Madura to Manama, because all the available items in Madura are gone to Dubai. So no more transportation to New York, no more transportation to Manama. So this is cancelled. This is cancelled. The next step, now look at here, the first allocation is given to Madura to Dubai. So the all the availabilities in Madura, the maximum availabilities in Madura, which is 5,000, that is fully given to Dubai. So since you have given your full quantity to Dubai, you can't transport to New York, you can't transport to Manama. So now our table is reduced into, this part is gone from the table. We have only this part. This is our new table actually. Okay. So anyway, don't worry. And now we are going to do the next step. Now look at here. The next northwest is Ahmedabad to Dubai. This is our next northwest. Dubai is having a requirement of 2000 units. Still, Dubai people record 2000 units, and Ahmedabad people, they have a capacity to supply up to 7000 units. In Ahmedabad, they have an availability of 7000, but Dubai record how many units? They record only 2000 units. So, how many units which we are supposed to supply from Ahmedabad to Dubai? Because Dubai people is asking only 2000, so we can supply 2000. Mathematically, it is very simple. One of the figure is 2000, other figure is 7000. So take the minimum. What is the minimum of 7000 or 2000? Which is the minimum? The minimum figure is 2000. Given that value in that, so please give that value in this box. So 2000 is given. The minimum by one of the values 2000, other value 7000. So minimum of these is 2000. So 2000 is given. So all the requirement of Dubai which is exhausted. So Dubai becomes zero. Dubai becomes zero because Dubai people record 7000 units. 5000 units they got from Madura. 5000 units they got from Ahmedabad. 5000 plus 2000. The total is become zero. So 7000 was initially, from the 7000, 5000 gone, and then again 2000 gone. So 2000 minus 2000, this part is zero. And in Ahmedabad it was 7000. From the 7000 they given 2000 units, and what is the balance? The balance is 5000. The balance is 5000. Now have a look which part got zero. Which part is got zero? Ahmedabad, which is still 5000 is there, but in Dubai it is zero. So which part is got zero? So this means this part is, these values are getting exhausted. You are not supposed to transport any of items from Shivagashi to Chennai, because the requirement at Dubai is already satisfied from Madura and Ahmedabad. So you are not supposed to send any of item from Shivagashi to Dubai. You are not supposed to send any of item from Chennai to Dubai. So whenever one part gets zero, so other values are getting exhausted. This is a simple logic. So now we are moving to the next step. Now look at here, our table is reduced. This part is gone, this part is gone. Now this is our remaining part of the table. This is the remaining part of the table. I think now your speed is little bit increasing. Now see this. Now next northwest is Ahmedabad to New York. This is the left side upper part. This is the next northwest. Now look at here. 5000 is the availability in Ahmedabad, and 9000 is the requirement in New York. New York people record 9000 units, but Ahmedabad fellow is having only how many units? 5000 units. So how many units which we can transport? The minimum. Which is the minimum? 5000 or 9000? Which is the minimum? 5000 is the minimum. So we have given 5000 units to Ahmedabad to New York. So this 9000 minus 5000, which will become 4000. That means New York people still require 4000 units, because out of 9000 they got 5000, they still require 4000 units. And Ahmedabad, what happened to Ahmedabad? All the remaining 5000 units they have given to New York. So Ahmedabad becomes zero. 5000 minus 5000, this part is become zero. Now which part is become zero? This part becomes zero. So this value which is cancelled. So whenever one part is getting zero, the other values are cancelled. So that means in from Ahmedabad to Manama you cannot transport, because the total availability at Ahmedabad is 7000, of which 2000 you send it to Dubai, so 5000 you send it to New York. So 5000 plus 2000, which is 7000. So 7000 out of 7000, which is already exported. So you cannot export from Ahmedabad to Manama. So no more transportation from Ahmedabad to Manama. So in simple mathematical logic, whichever is having the least value, which will be allocated, and when one part becomes zero, all other values are cancelled. This is cancelled, this is cancelled. That is a simple logic. Now look at here. The next one is, this is, now look at my friends, this part of the table is gone, this part of the table is gone, this part of the table is gone. Okay, now we have this part. This is the only part of the table. This is the next northwest. This is the next northwest, that is from Shivagashi to New York is the next northwest. Now the New York people record 4000 units. This is the requirement of New York people, and Shivakashi is ready to supply up to 8000. How many New York people record? They record only 4000. but in Shivagashi we have enough stock even to supply 8,000. But their question, they're asking only 4,000. So what we can give? We can give 4,000 here in mathematically simple terminology, which is the least value, 8,000 or 4,000, which is the least value. The least value is 4,000, so give that 4,000 over there. That is a simple technique. Okay, so now we are doing, this is the next northwest, we have given the 4,000 here. So 4,000 over 4,000, this part is become 0. 8,000 minus 4,000, this part is become 4,000 is the balance, because out of the 8,000 units you have given 4,000 units. So 4,000 is the balance. Now where the zero came to this part, so no more transportation from Chennai to New York, because this part is getting exhausted. This is cancelled, this is cancelled. Now we have only two cells. We have only two cells in the next step. Now, this is the next northwest. This is the next northwest. So, where from Shivagashi to Manama, you have to transport. This is 4,000. This is 18,000. So, which is the least value? So, this part is 4,000. This part is 18,000. Which is the least value? 4,000. So, we are going to give allocation over there. Now, let's see what is the allocation. 18,000 and 4,000. Which is the minimum? Minimum is 4,000. 4,000 is given. So 18,000 minus 4,000, this part become 14,000 balance, and 4,000 minus 4,000, this is 0. This will become 0 and this will become 0. So there is nothing to cancel. Now we have a column. We have only one column. This is the last column. Here 14,000 is the availability and 14,000 is the requirement. So Chennai is ready to supply 14,000. Manama is having a demand of 14,000. So 14,000 and 14,000 both part are same. So we can give 14,000 and this will become 0. This will become 0. So every destination is got their own items. So they got satisfied with their demand. Now the next step is finding the total cost of transportation. Actually, we are creating a column. So from origin means from the city Madura to the destination, one of the destination is to Dubai. From Madura to Dubai, we are transporting 5,000 units. 5,000 units. This is something called number of units is 5,000, and the cost per unit, that is per unit cost of transportation is 2 rupee. So from Madura to Dubai, we are transporting 5,000 units and the cost per unit is rupees 2. And what is the total cost? At a cost of rupees 2, we are transporting 5,000 items. The total cost is 5 into 2, which is 10,000, and the next transportation is from Ahmedabad to Dubai. See, Ahmedabad to Dubai, the number of units is which is 2,000, number of units which is 2,000, and per unit cost is 3. This is the cost per unit, which is 3 rupees. So 2,000 to 3, which is 6,000 is the total cost of transportation. So finally we have to find out the total cost of transportation, and see, this is the calculation. Origin, destination, this is our origin, this is our destination, number of units per unit cost, total cost. See, Madura to Dubai 5,000 at a cost of 2, which is 10,000, and you can fill the table. Okay, Ahmedabad to Dubai, this is 2,000 units at a cost of 3, the total is 6,000. Ahmedabad to New York 5,000 at a cost of 3, which is 15,000. And next is Shivagashi to New York 4,000 units at a cost of 4, which is 16,000, and Shivagashi to Manama 4,000 units at a cost of rupees 7, which is 28,000. Chennai to Manama 14,000 units at a cost of 2, 28,000. All together is 1,03,000 is the total cost of transportation. This is the final answer. If you do until this, you will get 10 marks. So this is the number of items which is transporting from one destination to one origin to other destinations. Okay.